Good day, everyone. I am Sir Rai Kapul, your science teacher, and for today we're going to talk about the respiratory system. Let us first have the definition of the word respiration or the process of breathing. It is the movement of air or dissolved gases into and out of the lungs. When we talk about the gases, we are referring here to oxygen as well as carbon dioxide. Study the figure below. It is a process of breathing. What happens when you inhale and what happens when you exhale? During inhalation process, your lungs expand, and during exhalation process, your lungs contracts. Our respiratory system is defined as the set of organs that allows a person to breathe and exchange oxygen and carbon dioxide throughout the body. Respiratory system is an example of an organ system. Therefore, it is consists of different organs working together to perform its function in our body. What are the different functions of the respiratory system? The first one, it allows you to talk and to smell. Allows you to talk because there are certain part of the respiratory system which is responsible for the production of sound. And of course, your nose allows you to smell things. It brings air to body temperature and moisturizes it to the humidity level your body needs. Next, delivers oxygen to the cells in your body. Oxygen is very vital or important to our cells because without the oxygen, our cell will die. Next, it removes waste gases. Here we are referring to carbon dioxide, including carbon dioxide from the body when you exhale. And the last one, it protects your airways from harmful substances and irritants. There are some specialized parts in our respiratory system which prevents the entry of foreign materials. Example of that would be the cilia or the tiny hairs that are found in your nose. Let us talk about the parts of the respiratory system. Look at the figure. The first part is what we call the nasal cavity, followed by the pharynx. We also have the larynx, the trachea, the lungs, the bronchioles, and alveoli as well as the diaphragm. Let us discuss their function one by one. This part is what we call as a nasal cavity. It refers to the interior of the nose or the structure which opens exteriorly at the nostril. In our nose, we could notice tiny hairs. These are what we call the cilia. This is important because it traps the dirt or the entry of the foreign materials in our nose. And of course, our nose is very important because it gives us the sense of smell. Part is what we call as the pharynx. It is a tube that delivers air from your mouth and nose to the trachea. This pharynx connects your mouth to your nose. In other term, you could remember the phrase passageway of food and air. That is our pharynx. This one is what we call as the larynx. It is very obvious to men because they have the Adam's apple. It is a hollow organ that allows you to talk and make sounds when air moves in and out. So this larynx vibrates whenever there is the presence of air. Therefore, it is responsible for the production of sound. It is also known as the voice box, and therefore it is responsible for our speech. Next part is what we call as a trachea. This is the passageway connecting your throat and lungs. In order to remember trachea, remember the word windpipe because it's like a pipe which serves as the channel of air. We also have here the part which is known as the bronchi. It branches from the trachea into each lung and create the network of intricate passage that supply the lungs with air. Our bronchi connects our lungs to our trachea. This part is what we call as the lung or lungs. It is a pair of spongy, air-filled organs located on either side of the chest. This is protected by our ribs, but then again, inside, it is protected by a membrane known as the pleura or the thin sacs. It is also known as the main organ of our respiratory system. This part is what we call as the bronchioles. The bronchioles are smaller bronchi or small branches of the bronchial tubes that lead to the alveoli. Next, we also have here the alveolar. At the tip of the bronchioles, we have here an enlarged feature of the alveoli. It is where, or the tiny air sacs in the lungs, where the exchange of oxygen and carbon dioxide takes place. The clue word for alveoli is the term air sacs. It also contains the capillaries or the blood vessels, which allows the exchange of materials like the oxygen and carbon dioxide. Last part is what we call as the diaphragm. It is a muscle that helps your lungs pull in air and push it out. It is a dome-shaped muscle. So you would notice that when you inhale, your diaphragm contracts, and when you exhale, your diaphragm expands. Let us recall the different parts of the respiratory system. Let's start with the nose. Provides the entry of the air into our body. We also have the pharynx, connects your nose to your mouth. We have the larynx, or also known as the voice box. We have the trachea, also known as the windpipe. We have the bronchi, or the two branching tubes leading to the lungs. We also have the lungs, which is the main organ of our respiratory system. The bronchioles, which are smaller branches of bronchi. The alveoli, or also known as the air sacs. And we have the diaphragm, or the dome-shaped muscle, which is found just below the lungs. That's all for today, and thank you for watching.